Don't catch 'em all, just catch me. Andre Cordova.
Oh, that was a good one. You know who I is. Jordan from the block, bitch. And welcome to
Sabotage.
We're talking about a fun one today.
Yes, gaming.
Gaming. Being a big old nerd. Gaming, what was your first video game? Do you remember?
First one.
Yeah. I remember mine. I can't remember what it's called, but I remember what it was.
It's hard to say because it depends on the console. I don't recall.
So I
which one
remember
had
when I
first.
was a kid, we got a computer. A computer. This was back in the 90s, girl.
No. We did. I think my first game would have been like Space Invaders.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, on the PC.
Back in the...
I still have it. It was like, because it was 2-player as well. So I used to do that with my sister. You have to share the same keyboard, be on like other ends of it.
That's weird. I remember my one. It was a prison escape game. And you were a prisoner and you were in jail. And you had to shoot your way out. And there was like little cheats that you could type in. So instead of cops, like prison guards, it was either Barney or Santa Claus.
Yeah.
And you had to shoot your way out of the prison.
You were hacking from the start.
Yeah. It was pretty great. I can't for the life of me remember what it was called.
I vaguely remember like some math game or something as well because I was in school, right? And some like something to do with dinosaurs.
You went to school?
Oh my God.
I couldn't tell. When did you fall in love with video games?
Well, okay. When I had handheld consoles like for Pokemon. And so, you know what?
Pokemon!
Well, let's
I want to be the very best.
let's talk about Pokemon now.
Scarlet
timely.
and
Scarlet
Violet just came out. Riddled with so many bugs and awful...
Laggiest game in the world.
Yeah.
It is
Frames?
so fucking funny.
Frames? Anyone?
Yeah. Where are they? Who's she? I don't know where they went. Yeah.
We'll just skip a few.
So I got Scarlet and I've been playing that.
Scarlet letter.
Yeah.
S for salute.
Basically, yeah.
I think these three starters are the weakest.
No,
In a long time.
They're not the weakest. I don't think so. Like
That gay duck. I mean, I'm not the only one who thought.
No, it's
that
really
it's
a gay duck.
duck.
It's just a really gay duck.
Quaxley? That's a gay name. That's a Quaxley. That's a gay duck with fabulous hair.
Oh yeah.
She knows how to use it.
Yeah.
Let's not beat her around the bush. She knows how to use it.
I quite like Meowscarada.
Yeah.
Which is the final evolution of the grass starter. I don't think that they're the weakest though. I've seen worse starters. Pokemon's a very divisive subject because everyone has their favorites. Everyone's like, ready to defend the honor.
Gen 2 is my favorite.
Oh yeah?
Yep. Totodile, Torchic.
I loved Totodile. No, not Torchic. Torchic was Gen 3.
Torchic was the
Totodile, Chikorita and Cyndaquil.
No.
Yes,
What?
Cyndaquil.
Oh yeah, Chikorita. I hated Chikorita. It's the ugliest thing ever. But Totodile, I love Totodile.
So
That's
cute.
still my favorite.
It's such a
Pokemon.
cutie, yes. I usually... I love that.
Yeah. Cyndaquil was weird without the fire. He looks like this just
this
weird
little fucking-
amorphous blob. But then he gets the fire and he's like, oh girl, look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, so did you have like a preference for the type that you would usually choose or did you go...
Psychic. Always psychic.
No, for the starter.
Water. I always gravitated towards the water one.
Yeah, no, I did that too. The only exceptions were when something else looked better.
Yeah.
Like I chose, the only other grass starter I chose was Snivy.
The grass types are always weird.
They're always a bit weird.
What's the turtle one? Turpin?
Oh, Turtwig.
Turtwig, yeah.
Yeah, no, that was lame.
Yeah, that was a bit lame.
Like, I reckon a weaker starter would be shit like fucking Tepig. That fucking...
The pig one, yeah, that was
stupid.
gross.
Hated that. I liked the other cat.
Lytton?
Lytton. Because,
Oh my god, I recalled that immediately. Yeah. What was the water one for that?
Oshawott wasn't very...
Oshawott.
Like,
you're right. Those three were the fucking
Those
worst.
were the worst. Definitely Gen 5 starters were like... I wasn't particularly fond of any of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were not the greatest. So what was the first Pokemon generation you played?
Oh, no,
On
the
Game
very
Boy,
first
obviously.
one.
Game Boy or Switch?
I had Pokemon Yellow.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Yeah, with Pikachu following me around and stuff. I loved that. I still have it. I've got all my old games.
Yeah. I've still got red and blue kicking about.
I've got I think I've got like gold and blue there. I don't know if I have red, but I have,
gold and silver, man.
I have
Those
gold.
were my jam.
Oh,
I
that
loved
was
gold and silver.
So good. That was like, and I loved how you could go to the other region as well in that.
Yeah.
Once you were done with the game, you could go to the
back
previous one.
and visit the previous one. That was so
Yeah.
good. I don't know if any of the other. I think Ruby and Sapphire do it a little,
They've done little things, nothing that extensive,
Yeah.
but definitely not.
but gold and silver was great.
So then, which
I can replay those over and over and over again.
you're making me want to replay them.
Yeah,
Which was your favorite out of all the games so far?
gold and silver.
Yeah.
It's still my favorite.
My favorite?
I think I really liked Ruby and Sapphire, but it was
Yeah.
a little much departed from gold and silver. It was an improvement, but I don't know if I liked it.
I liked Ruby and Sapphire, but I loved Emerald.
Emerald? I don't think I played
Because
Emerald.
in the post game, it actually had something that you could do, which was the Battle Frontier.
Oh, yes.
And you could go around.
Instead of fucking with the Elite Four over and over and over again.
Yeah, I loved like this one in particular. It was like a building shaped as a survivor, and it was all about luck.
Survivor.
Yeah, like you'd have to pick a door and go through, and you could end up with an ailment like poison or something.
Yeah.
One of your Pokemon, you could get fucked up, but it was totally down to luck. I don't know why that appealed to me so much, but I just really enjoyed it.
It's just that random,
Yeah,
you don't know what was
pick
next.
a door, any door.
Yeah.
Yeah, see what happens. And then oh my God, I remember being so excited with like X and Y because you could walk diagonally. I
That was too much. That turned me off. That was too
I
much.
kid
I'm
you
very
not.
set in my ways.
As soon as I saw that, I went to my mom and I was like, oh my God, look, you can go. Because she knew that I'd played Pokemon all these
Yeah.
years. And I was so excited about it. It was so funny. Around that time was when they really started dumbing down the story and the rivals, which I hated.
Girl,
They became your friends.
can we talk about Pneumonia? The most recent rival.
Nimona.
I can't get a read on her.
Well, I haven't
Like,
even.
'cause she-
I've battled her like twice. That's it.
Girl, she picks the weaker
Yeah.
element.
Yeah.
I can't read the bitch. I can't read her. What's she planning? She's not like any of the other rivals.
Yeah.
You can't get a good beat on her,
but
you know? She's
a couple of
she's
the
a
previous ones have
wild
done
card.
that.
I kind of like that, but it's also very unsettling.
That's
Because like,
so
why would she pick the weaker
Why would
one?
you do that? Yeah.
That's not what the rival does.
Yeah.
Who do you think you are, Pneumonia? I call her Pneumonia.
Yeah. No, but like there have been the couple previous ones have chosen the weaker starters. They have.
That's crazy.
It's mental. Like I liked it so much better when the rivals were like, fuck you, bitch, and
Yeah.
they tried to beat you.
I was like,
not this,
and what?
not this like, well done, friend.
Yeah.
Fuck off. I want someone to beat
Yeah,
up.
she's so supportive.
Fuck being supportive.
What's your game? Who
What's your
sent
game
you?
plan?
Who sent you, Pneumonia?
Where's your spaceship?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's crazy.
Dumb bitch. At the start, it was so funny. I took a screenshot because she's like, hey neighbor, like, do you want to be friends? And I had it on no.
Yeah. A lot of people pick no, and she's
Yeah.
like, I like your attitude. And I was like, girl, I hate your guts.
For the record, I can appreciate that they did something different with Arceus Legends, fucking whatever. But Game Freak has so much money, there's absolutely no excuse for it to look as trash as it did.
Yeah.
And even now, the whole frame rate issue with
But
Scarlet
it's
and
still
Violet
like
is embarrassing.
outselling Elden Ring and shit like that. It's doing
yeah, of
so
course
well.
it is. That is the like
They've taken
that's kind
advantage
problem,
of the
though.
fan base that they've
Exactly.
created.
People are so in love with Pokemon that
Yeah,
they're
that they'll just
excusing
buy it off
anything
any
Game
old
Freak does. Yeah. That's what annoys me about it. It's like
So that's a big issue in the gaming space right now, is like a lot of developers, a lot of like the really big players in the industry are really taking advantage of the
Nostalgia.
fan base they've built up over the years. And now, because we've entered this phase in gaming where it's all about the dollar, like they just
yeah.
like, we're not going to go into Diablo Immortal. That was so
I haven't even played that.
don't.
Don't do
It was just a cash grab.
right.
It had that predatory gambler thing about it, gambling thing where you can buy
like a
boxes.
gu-
You can
gu- it
pay
was
to
a-
win.
It had a gotcha system.
You can pay to win.
yeah.
And that's what all gaming companies are doing now because they know, we can make
even more money.
Yeah.
You can buy the game and you can buy more shit.
No one's making games because they love games anymore. They're making games because they want to make money, and it's extraordinarily sad.
There are a few exceptions, like the more indie stuff.
Yeah, but they're not making money.
Well, Stray. Did you?
Yeah.
I loved Stray. Just by the way,
Of course
obviously.
you're going to be a crazy cat lady one day.
I will be. I don't even give a shit. Stray was so good. It was so.
I watched
it was so
Let's
heart-wrenching.
Plays of it. I was like, yeah, cat, okay. I have a general indifference towards animals. I don't hate animals. I'm not particularly fond of them either.
You literally said that in a list.
Yeah, but that's my stance on animals.
Yeah.
They're all right.
Yeah.
As long as I don't have to look after it.
Yeah.
I'm too busy looking after myself, thank you.
This is true. So the people who made Horizon Zero Dawn,
Yes.
they used to make like shooter games and stuff, and then they're like, we're just gonna take a
The
risk.
first game was really good.
Yeah. They're like, we're just gonna go for it.
Yeah.
And invest all this time and effort and money into this. And it was such a smash of a game. It was fucking brilliant.
It's a great game.
I don't know that I've ever had a protagonist that I loved more with
Yeah.
Aloy. I've been playing Horizon Forbidden West. I was playing it up until Elden Ring came out, so I haven't finished it yet.
Forbidden West took a big hit when Elden Ring came out.
Yeah,
That
it
was
was
not
such
a good
unfortunate
plan
timing.
to come out at the exact same time.
It
Because
was only, like,
Elden
shortly
Ring,
before, yeah.
girl, those Soulsborne games. That Elden Ring was my first Souls game.
Really?
Yeah.
I played like
That was
I
I
Dark
never
Souls
played like
3
Dark Souls,
before.
Bloodborne, any of those games because I was like, oh, I don't want to challenge. What? I don't want to be.
You don't be constantly rage quitting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I played Elden Ring because of the story. The story was so beautiful and you had to go looking for it. Elden Ring is not a linear game. You can just go anywhere you want and get anything you need. That's what I loved about Elden Ring. I don't know if it took Skyrim's spot because Skyrim is...
Skyrim. No, okay, hang on.
Girl.
Let's talk about Bethesda for a second.
Oh, girl. Girl.
Because I made the mistake of getting Fallout 76 when it came out. That's probably the only game I've ever returned. It was such a fucking
Really?
joke. Yes. It was so garbage and just bad. And like, I fucking hated it. I was like, this is such a waste of my money.
So my friend from high school, Lucas, he loves the Fallout games.
I played Fallout 4 and I loved it. Like, that was good.
I've never played any of the Fallout games. Any of them.
Yeah.
Post-apocalyptic stuff, girl, too real.
Too relatable.
Yeah, too relatable.
Yeah.
But that was the one where you could like build shit, right? Or was that the
that part
previous
was
one?
that part was pointless though. I did it and I was like,
But
I'm not being attacked or anything. You get a dog. You do get a dog.
But you get you can like pick the companion, right? Like,
Yeah,
there's
so
a
I picked the hot guy.
Okay.
Because then you can end up in like low-key a relationship with them or something. Yeah. But it's, because it's gay, they keep it very PG. Oh my God, with Skyrim. I remember there used to be this glitch you could do. A book that would raise your stats.
Oh, yeah.
And you'd put it in the bookcase and like, before they patched it.
Yeah, they
remember
patched
doing
that out
that.
real early.
Yeah. But then I didn't realize one of the games that I was introduced to that was released at the same time, if not earlier, was Dragon Age Inquisition. When I played
That game is a bit much.
that game holds up though. I only played it
Yeah.
last year.
And
I was like, this came out at the same time as Skyrim. This is so much fucking better.
yeah.
That was
it's
insane.
a good game. It's very deep. It's very heavy.
And it
like
was very,
narrative heavy.
It was like so progressive too.
Yeah.
There was like a trans
oh
side
yeah,
character
you
in
can
there and stuff. I was like,
have gay
yeah,
relationships.
my
You
main
can-
character was gay. I was like, holy shit, this is great.
No. You made your character gay. No.
Please, like we get
Shock.
that many opportunities to have a gay
Shock.
character in a video game.
I mean, Mass Effect did it ages
I never
ago.
played Mass Effect.
Yeah, it's because you're a failure as a gamer.
Oh,
No, I
God.
never played Mass Effect either.
Oh my
so don't worry.
Fucking hypocrite. All right.
Yeah.
I've played a bit of this isn't related to what you just said, but like Age of Empires and stuff.
Age of Empires. That's going back.
Yeah.
I
have
liked
that.
Age of Mythology, which is
I've
you're
never-
probably too young for
I
that.
don't know what that is, yeah.
There was Age of Empires, but it was like you had gods and
Really?
mythological creatures and shit.
Oh my God.
It's pretty good. They're remaking that, I'm pretty sure, hopefully.
That reminds me, a game that came out recently that I was playing until Pokemon came out, God of War Ragnarok.
Oh, yeah. That's a
Yeah.
good game.
I want to tell you something
The
right
previous God of War is one of my favorite games ever.
now. That was an incredible game. I loved it.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved it. And you know what, though? The intro for both of these games were a giant fuck you to me, and I'll tell you why. The first game, it starts off with the funeral for the mother. So I was like, oh, okay, that's cute. My mum died too.
Do you relate to that?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was like,
I didn't know that. You
it's
never
that's
mentioned it.
That's a bit convenient, coincidental. But then, at the start of this one of Ragnarok, the wolf, spoilers, 3 wolves. One of them is
The
dying.
wolf dies.
The wolf dies. And it's the boy, and the other 2 are girls. What?
Nothing? Yeah, one of her cats died.
Yeah,
Don't
which
ask
we've
me
talked
which
about.
one.
So, because I've got 2 girls, and I had 1 boy.
Nibbler.
Lord Nibbler.
That's right. I remembered. I'm a good friend.
So he died from kidney disease, which I've mentioned before. But point is,
Bad
the start of-
parenting. I attribute that
kept
to
him alive for an extra year thanks to all the money I paid. Thank you very
bad
much.
parenting.
But no, the start of
It's all the whiskey you made him drink. That
What?
was really weird.
Can we get to the point, please?
Yeah.
So with God of War Ragnarok, the start of the game, the
dog
the fucking
dies.
dog's dying, and he's all there. It's a really emotional scene, and I was just fucking crying because I was like, "Thank you, game." Even the
Spoiler,
sequel.
they bring it back.
I'm not up to that yet.
Yeah, I know. I finished the game, by the way.
Oh, fuck you.
I'm not kidding. I finished it in 18 hours. I didn't go to bed.
Oh my god.
That's how good that game was.
No, it's so good, but I have things
I
to
just
do. I'm
couldn't go to
fucking
bed.
busy.
Girl.
Yeah. You know this a series that I loved growing up and that I still play when they release a new game is Ratchet and Clank.
Oh my god.
It's so good. Fuck off. I love Ratchet and Clank.
I know. I have a friend who's like ride or die for Crash Bandicoot. And I was like,
Crash
girl,
Bandicoot is so good too.
those
though.
games.
It's so good.
They occupied a very niche area in the early PlayStation days.
I played them.
And they were
They were good.
good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, look, I get that it's very straightforward. Crash Bandicoot, Ratchet and Clank, loved those. Played a bit of Spyro.
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, everyone has a bit of a place in their heart for Spyro.
Yeah.
There's one game that is hopefully getting remade. Hopefully. It's Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines.
Yeah.
Game. It's an RPG. It's a single player RPG, but it's based on a Dungeons and Dragons type game, a tabletop played game called Vampire the Masquerade. And you play as a vampire, and you can. It's great. If you haven't played this game, it's a lot of fun because it was made like in the early 2000s, and it was janky as shit. But it was like it's one of those cult things like Rocky Horror Picture Show. It
Yeah.
has that same kind of
Really?
following. It's a really great game. I'm not going to spoil it for anyone, but hopefully it's getting remade, and I will absolutely play the shit out of the game when
Yeah.
it gets remade.
Long.
The next one is a bit controversial because it's a really shit game. But I loved it. I think it's great, and I think it deserves a remake. It's probably never going to get a remake because it was a really bad game. But I loved it. It was Predator Concrete Jungle. Yeah, nobody knows. It was PlayStation 2 it came out on.
Uh-huh.
So it's not that old.
I remember the PlayStation 2 with like the memory card and stuff. Yeah.
Girl. You play as the Predator. The whole premise is you came to Earth 100 years ago. People were idiots. Oh, no, I think it was during the 40s. Anyway. And you like left all of your technology around because you had to escape for some reason. And then you get exiled because you were a failure as a predator. And then the predators come back and I was like, hey, you know that planet where we used to go and skin
Yeah, people.
people? Yeah, the technology you left, they've used it and now we can't hunt them anymore. You need to go back and sort this shit out. So they send you back to Earth in this futuristic timeline where everyone has predator technology.
Oh my god.
It's the premise is really good.
Yeah.
And you have to like take back and like destroy all of these companies that have made billions off of your technology and steal it back. And it's actually a really good game.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's my number 2.
Okay.
I mean, I think Elden Ring is my new third.
Yeah, I mean, that is a great game.
It's
like really good.
Because I'm a big lore person. I love
you do like
games with huge, big mythologies and laws and shit. That really draws me into a game.
I love a great story plus gameplay. So that's why, like, I think my top 3 would definitely include Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah,
for sure.
Did you ever play Far Cry Primal?
I did.
That was a really good game.
No, it wasn't.
It was. I thought it was a fun game.
Far Cry Primal was
the best Far Cry game.
I played.
Like, there were a lot of.
Okay, I played 3, 4, Primal, 5.
I think 4 was a really good one. Was that the one with Pagan Men?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a really good game.
I didn't like that one as much. I just got really fed up with the Far Cry games because it was always the same story, and
it gets
always
really
some,
repetitive.
Like, straight white dude who's like,
you're flying into an area that's taken over by an asshole.
The games are the same,
but I liked the Primal one because you could get a saber-tooth tiger.
I did do that. Yeah. Yeah. I was excited for that one, and then it was like kind of mediocre. And
it wasn't the best Far Cry game, but I liked it.
Yeah.
I don't really like any of the other Far Cry games.
Yeah.
Like that weird one where it's America and it's like this cult.
I did that one. That was
in
5.
America.
That was the Peggies.
Yeah.
That's what they were referred to. They just reminded me of fucking Hillsong Church.
Yeah, it was just like this cult, and I was like, "Girl, this is a little too real for me. I don't want to play this."
That one was so funny because it was like at the end of it, there's like what's the day called? Judgment Day kind of thing, Armageddon, and it was like, yeah. Jesus freaks. Oh my god, the Kingdom Hearts series.
Oh, fuck off. No, we're not.
I just remembered that. I didn't know about it until a few years ago when somebody introduced me to it, and I played through them all.
Okay. Full disclosure, I do not care for the Kingdom Hearts games.
Really? Though, I mean, Kingdom Hearts 3 was so like...
Sora, Keyblades, Mickey Mouse. No, thank you.
Yeah.
It was just Disney presents Final Fantasy.
Yeah,
that's what it
is. That's what it is. Yeah. That is totally what it is. And it's so disappointing that the
Final
last
Fantasy
game was so bad.
Also great.
I've never played through the series, but I do know that it's great. I've also heard that Persona 5 was amazing.
Persona 5 is a great game.
Yeah, I've just never played it myself. My housemate did, though. I did watch bits and pieces. I just couldn't really...
It's like... Unless you've been there from the very beginning, it's like a really niche anime.
Yeah.
Persona 5. Unless you've been this from the beginning, you're just not going to know what the fuck's going on. It's really crazy.
Yeah.
Those games.
Also, there's a certain type of like those games where you've got a team, but they will take turns like to
JRPGs.
JRPGs. I'm not really a fan of those. That's why I haven't played that or Final Fantasy.
Yeah. So the experience is these developers who are creating this game. So the artists don't really have a lot of say in the story.
They just get told what to create.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the story is created by these, hip video game artists, video game developers who just want to create a story. They have no experience in storytelling.
Oh.
At all.
Yeah, no. Actually.
Very rarely. Usually what happens is we get a brief, and then really put together studios, which I unfortunately have never been a part of. It's usually quite a few pages. It's it's very in depth. There's usually reference material that they send along with it. I mean, I've been in that situation once, and it was like heaven, and it didn't last very long because the video game culture is not really conducive to long-term employment. They hire you, you do the job, and then you get kicked, and then they hire someone else who will do your job cheaper. That's just how it works.
That's so toxic.
The crunch. So the instances that I've been in, it's like a very small brief. Maybe I'm lucky if I get more than one paragraph.
Really?
And it's like...
To draw... Are you kidding me?
Yeah, exactly. That's why some of us are really fucking good at our jobs. Because we have to pull a lot of shit out of our asses.
Yeah. You become the creators though.
Yeah.
You have to deserve way more credit for that.
Oh, maybe within 24 hours, we'll get back notes. Notes and notes and notes.
And it's
so
like
much longer than the original brief we got.
They could have been specific from the start.
Yeah. And then once they have that frame of reference, and this is why I got really good at it, I just make a generic outline of what they wanted.
Yeah.
I'd put a little flair on it.
Yeah.
And then I'd send it back and then I'd wait. Because once they have that point of reference, this is a little tip for any other aspiring artists in this industry. Just make a very generic outline of what they want. And once they have that point of reference, they'll be able to refine it. And that's when you can start having the back and forth with them. But
you have to put on paper what is in their minds for them. That's what it sounds like.
And if you know what you're doing, you can do that very easily.
Yeah.
It'll take you like an afternoon. But it's a task because a lot of them... Oh, girl. Okay, so I've been through a lot of studios because I have a very strong personality.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people in this industry, they're like, this is what I want. And girl, I won't put up with that.
Neither would I. Yeah, that's a BPD thing.
Yeah, and that's because I have such a strong personality and I will not be spoken to in that manner.
Exactly.
And that's why, I've had earlier on, I had a little trouble holding a job.
Yeah.
But now that I'm more established in the industry, people know what they're getting. I only ever work with people that I've worked with before because they know what they're getting.
Yeah.
And I can just say, I'm not doing that. And they'll be like, okay. Yeah. But the whole culture in the industry of just using people once and then chucking them, even here in Australia, it's done. And Australia doesn't really have much of a video games industry.
No, they don't.
We used to, but in this industry specifically, women get treated like shit. If the very few women we have in the industry.
Yeah.
The gays, nerdy gays are not the most confident people.
No, they're not. They're quite shy.
World.
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a outlier in that fact because I'm just like, what? Bitch.
You're like, fucking...
Yeah, I was like, excuse me? Can I help you? Yeah, I'll just vogue into the room. Yeah, let's wrap this shit up.
Yeah. To wrap up...
Video games are awesome. We love video games.
We love video games. But do you have a favorite Pokemon?
Yes.
What is it?
Espeon.
That's a good one. We've reached the end of this.
Yeah. Part 2. Tune in for part 2 next week.
Of gaming.
Yeah.
Or whenever it happens, yes.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks for joining us.
This has been
Sabotage. Your mum.